that was Zohran Mamdani for you after that historic win in the New York mayoral election. In this video, I will tell you that the Jews in New York who knew that Zohran Mamdani has made several anti-Israel and pro-Palestinian statements is clearly somebody who feels for the Palestinian cause. Yet, in a city full of Jews, how did Zohran Mamdani win?
Thank you, my friends. The sun may have set over our city this evening, but as Eugene Debs once said, I can see the dawn of a better day for humanity.
What is the composition of electorate in New York City and who voted for Zohran? Let's get started. In a city with one of the largest Jewish populations outside Israel, a candidate who openly criticizes the Israeli government just became the Democratic mayor of New York City. Did Jewish voters quietly back Zohran Mamdani? Why did a diverse coalition lift him above religion, ideology, and community? So let's dig in. But before I get to that, just a quick bit of context. Zohran Mamdani is a 33-year-old state assembly member from Queens, a democratic socialist with roots in Uganda and South Asia, running in the New York City's 2025 mayoral race and managing to win this race. He's the son of acclaimed Indian filmmaker Meera Nair and Ugandan author and professor Mahmood Mamdani. Zohran made affordability, housing, transit and youth politics central to his campaign. But he also stirred controversy. He has criticized the Israeli government, supported the BDS movement and refused to recognize Israel as a Jewish state. And yet, in a city dominated by Jews, the Jew vote is an integral part of the New York City electorate. He wins. The question is, in a city with over 1 million Jewish voters, how did Zohran convince them to choose him as their mayor? To understand the dynamics, we need a quick look at who votes in New York City and where do the Jewish vote fit in. The city is highly diverse. Large Black, Hispanic, Latino, Asian immigrants, Jewish and Muslim communities. So it is as diverse as it gets, with a very substantial and I must say powerful and influential Jewish vote. Voter turnout is often critical. On the Jewish front, New York City with 1 million Jewish residents form a meaningful voting bloc in multiple neighborhoods, and they become critical in primaries as well. So actually we should go back and then also think that if he managed to win the primary, perhaps this was only coming. Polling suggests that while many Jewish voters remained wary of Mamdani, there was non-trivial support among younger Jewish voters. For example, roughly 43% of the Jewish New Yorkers said that they would support Mamdani. 43%. Among Jewish voters under the age 44, the support rose for Mamdani. At the same time, many Jewish community leaders and pro-Israel organizations expressed alarm, citing his anti-Israel positions and concerns about anti-Semitism. He was called anti-Semitic in the campaigns of his opponents. That was something that was splashed all across. Jewish voters are not monolithic and religion identity did not guarantee uniform voting. That perhaps worked in Mamdani's favor. And so in our analysis, what we see that if some Jewish voters backed or considered backing Mamdani despite his pro-Palestinian and anti-Israel stance, there must be some reason for it. Shared priorities of housing, cost of living, generational frustration. Mamdani's campaign came as a breath of fresh air when it talked about affordability and youth empowerment. In NYC, where cost of living and housing are top issues, it resonated across communities, across the young Jewish voters. And I emphasize on this point because this is going to be a big talking point about Mamdani's win. Some Jewish voters say that many of us are looking for that affordable housing. They were willing to rise above religious considerations. Some Jewish voters, especially younger or more progressive ones, aligned with social justice framework that Mamdani promised. All of that, if you combine these policies and his identity of being an inclusive leader is something that worked for Zohran Mamdani. So clearly he defeated the powerful Andrew Cuomo, who despite losing the primaries decided to contest as an independent. He defeated Eric Adams, by no means a weak opponent, because remember, he was up against the billionaires, and it goes up all the way up to Donald Trump, who disapproved of him. The Jewish community in New York, coming back to it, is orthodox, secular, reform-oriented, and they backed Mamdani. There is no other way that Zohran Mamdani could have won this election. Thanks for watching. Press the subscribe button. Follow us on YouTube to get continuous updates on big international stories. We look forward to seeing you again.